Hello friends, how are you today? I am coming to you live from an overcast day where it's actually chilly enough for me to have on my sweatshirt. That is my type of weather. I love it so much. And like I mentioned before, but when I was in that last Airbnb, my goal is to eventually get to my grandmother, and that is in the Pacific Northwest. And so I'm actually kind of excited to get to that weather for a little while just to see what that's like. Again, it's been a long time since I've been in that area. It's not something I'd want to stay, like I wouldn't want to stay there, but this day is making me think of that. It's making me think of her and getting to see her. And the most interesting about it is that I can feel the heat from the sun trying to break through the clouds, but the clouds are like, no, and I love that. But the really interesting thing is, like, in a couple of hours, the clouds will break and the sun will blaze through and it's going to become hot, like all the way up to the 80s. Which is really interesting. I'm maybe not all the way to the 80s today because of how cool it is right now, but it still gets unbelievably warm. It goes from like a fall day to a summer day again, just in a couple of hours because of the sun. More weather talk. I know it's endlessly fascinating. And also, do you hear the birds? They're amazing. They're so loud and incredible. They're crows. I love a good crow. I love crows. I write about crows in my book. I have a lot of fun with crows. I also have another update on the Krispy Kreme thing. Whenever Clementine and I go for a walk, especially early in the morning around this area, there are boxes of dozens of Krispy Kreme all over the place, 6 and 12. And there's like one taken out of them and they're just like thrown around. So I'm wondering if they give them away to the homeless people or if they get them out of the garbage can, because there's always boxes. I'd say 4 or 5 boxes every single morning. Krispy Kreme is really, really weird. And why do they make so many donuts? Why don't they lower the amount of donuts that they make per day if they throw away so many donuts? I don't get it. I really, really want to know what they're up to. One thing I'll say that Krispy Kreme is doing right is I saw a sign that they sell their dozen for $9.99. That is as high as a dozen of donuts should be. You can go into a donut shop and a dozen donuts is over $20. They're donuts. It's just dough. It's fried dough. It's not that big of a deal. So that's, at least they have brought the price point back to something that is more reasonable. And I hope that all the other donut places follow suit, because $20 for donuts, $4. If you look online right now, especially in this area, you would pay $4 for a single glazed donut. That should be 6 donuts, should be $4. It's absolutely insane. And I know that if a company can afford to throw away hundreds of donuts at the end of the night, they can afford to not charge so much. They can afford to charge a decent price for the donuts that they are selling. Sell the day-old donuts for a lot less. I don't get the business model, the Krispy Kreme thing. It's just about waste. It's really weird. See, here's an example. 6, 12, 12 donuts everywhere. Oops. Hello, friends. Today, I thought I would try out a different hairdo. I piled it on top of my head instead of putting it in a little bun in the back. I think it looks absolutely nuts, but it's giving kind of like, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s vibes. Like a big puff on the top. And I just pulled out the front pieces just for the fun of it all. I wonder what it looks like in the back. I hope it looks cute, because this is the do for the day. Watch it get puffier over the day. Let's see what it looks like at the end of the day, even though I'm going to be sitting inside. Does it look better? You can't even see it because of this headrest, but does it look better without the bang? No bang. Little bang. I don't usually pull out a little bang, but for some reason, I just thought, why not? Whatever. I don't know. I mentioned before that my mood kind of changes based on what my hair looks like. So, like, if I have it slicked back and almost gone, I feel very boyish. And then when I have it, even if I slick it back, I feel very boyish. I pull out one little piece in the front, and now I feel very girly. With it piled on top of my head, I feel like... right now, I feel like one of those pop stars from the 80s who performs at the mall. And when I have it straight, I feel like a newscaster or something. Like with the part on the side, I'm like, hello, welcome to blah, blah, blah. But I would never. Anyway, I also feel like I had this exact hairdo for my 7th grade school picture. It was piled on top of my head and I had little tendrils in the front. Oh my gosh, so this is giving definitely 7th grade. Also, the front of my hair is a different texture. There's like 4 different textures on my hair. The front is the silkiest, the back is the coarsest, and then the sides are kind of wavy. It's very irritating. My hair is as eclectic as my own very personality, but it does get on my nerves. I feel like this one is doing the most. It's too much. And then if I pull this back and I just have this little piece hanging out, I feel like that is the way to go. Am I right? I don't know. I feel like it all looks like Dookie. Green Day's hit album Dookie, but I don't care because I have to switch it up a little bit. Let's go. Hey. Hello, friends. I want to talk to you this evening about energy. I was thinking about New York City, and then it got me thinking about the energy of New York City and how much I love this energy. I lived in New York for a while back in 2002, and I loved it. I love New York. I went to New York all throughout my life. It is my favorite city on the planet. I love New York outside of Amsterdam, of cities that I've been through. I really, really love New York. Anyway, that is where I need to be because imagine, okay, the energy of me in Orange County, blah, horrible, bad. The energy of me in New York City, I have not been in New York City in so long. Clementine and I take New York. That is coming soon! Does this lighting make it look like I'm on a spaceship or something? It does. I think, whoa. Okay, anyway, what I was trying to say is the energy of a place. I have only picked up the energy of Orange County, Las Vegas, Nevada, blah, blah, for all of these years. I'm going to go to different places and pick up the energy, and it's about to go. This is crazy lighting. Look at that. This light is spectacular. Look at this. It looks like it's bright outside. Hi. Okay, let me stop.